Let's make lunch for my preschooler. Here we are. We got all of our supplies. First, we're going to start with the bread. I was deciding if I was going to cut them separately or cut them together. So I decided to cut them together. We're going to go with dinosaur shapes, and we're going to call these dinosaur delights. Yeah, so the red piece is basically like a sealer to like seal the sandwich, like an uncrustable kind of thing. Yeah, so we cut the first sandwich and I did that perfect. Like, it never happens perfect, but this day it happened perfect. So here we are, 2 dinosaurs. Jax called them, they're not brachiosaurs, brontosaurus. They're brontosaurus sandwiches because I said brachiosaurus and he told me I was wrong. So, I got a lesson there. But we're going to use the crust pieces and the extra bread for like homemade croutons that my husband's going to make. Here we are trying to tackle the second sandwich. And there we go. We're getting it done. Had to push a little bit harder on this time. I don't know. This bread was being stubborn this time, so I had to push a little bit harder to get all of it done. And of course, we're going to use those for croutons. And there we go. The sandwiches are ready. I have already put out all my supplies, so it's a little bit easier that way, so that I don't have to keep walking back and forth and just like causing more time. Because at this point, it was like 7:10, I want to say. But I had forgot the bowl to put those in, so I had to grab a bowl really quick to put those in. And now we're laying everything out, getting everything ready. And with the cheese, we're going to start with the cheese and we're going to cut it. So I didn't know what shape I wanted to use. So I was thinking the bunny because it kind of like fits kind of perfect on there, because I couldn't use the dinosaur one because it was going to be, the cheese is too small for that. I would have to get like deli sliced cheese, and I don't even know if they slice cheese long enough for me to use that. So then I was thinking about using the flowers, and then Jax came downstairs and he had an idea of what he wanted me to use. So here we are looking through the little lunchbox kit packet. And I decided to use the little, it looks like a Santa kind of guy or something. I don't know. And we were cutting it through the plastic because I was like, maybe that'll work better so it wouldn't get everywhere. But then I had to take the plastic off of it. Take the wrapper off the cheese. And here I am taking the wrapper off. And then I have to lay it back out. Jax wanted to just do it himself, and I told him I have to like line it up for him so that he doesn't miscut it, because he'll be upset if he did that. We're cutting it, and now I let him just do this part so that he'll be eager to like, I don't know, I just like letting him help makes it a lot easier because he'll be upset if he's just standing there. And I poked it out. And then with the extra cheese, I haven't decided what we're going to do with that yet. Maybe I'll make like slices or something for my daughter so that she can eat them later. And I was asking him if he wanted me to just put that piece on the other sandwich, and he said no. He wanted another cut for the other cheese. So there we are, getting the second cheese out. Here we're going to do, I think, the rabbit cut. The rabbit cut, yeah. Yep, this is the rabbit. So he wanted to just, you see, full force. He didn't want no help. Was a little frustrated that I was trying to help him, because he said this is his lunch and he needs to do it himself. Which I let him, which I understand that. He's 4, he'll be 5 soon. And he's just gaining more independence. And we're putting the rabbit on that one. And then again, not sure what we're going to do with this cheese slice. And we got the meat out. And I was thinking maybe, hey, do the meat 2 pieces together. But I think it's too thin for it to actually work. So I think I would have to go to the deli at HEB and get like the thicker cut turkey and see if that would work better. But I think the sandwich would be too thick for him then at that point. So, not really sure about the meat part of what we're going to do with that. Right now, we are deciding to see if we can do it just one piece and see how it would work out. And it's like a little bit hard to do that part and like to make it like cut all the way through. So I asked him if we could just like fold it up and just put it on there so that way there's meat on each side of the dinosaur. Then he told me I could just cut the head off the dinosaur and he'll just have the body for the sandwich. And I was like, that'd be crazy, Jax. So here we are, getting the mustard on there because he only likes mustard on his sandwiches. I made that mistake one day and I put mayonnaise on there, and he did not eat that sandwich. He said he didn't like the mayonnaise. So I'm spreading the mustard on there, getting it all good and ready. Then I realized I put too much mustard on that first one, so I had to figure out how I'm going to balance that. So I didn't really put as much mustard on the second bread because he likes mustard on both sides of the bread, but I didn't want to overwhelm the sandwich with too much mustard because that'd be a disaster. And I don't know, like, if his sandwiches are, like, really soggy by lunchtime either. But I guess they're not because he's actually eating them. I'm checking the time because I didn't want to be late leaving the house. And so we put in the sandwiches together and we decided with the meat to just rip it. We're just going to rip it up and put it on there so that way it's evenly distributed through the whole sandwich. And it just made it like kind of work a little bit better for us, and it was less stressful because I had to learn, like, if it's stressing me out, I shouldn't, not to worry about it too much because, it's like not in my control. This kind of, the sandwich and the meat, I'm not just gonna stress myself out this morning with that. And Jax was telling me, Mommy, it's okay, it's gonna be fine, it's perfect the way it is, because I like try to make his lunches like cute and like thoughtful and like a lot of energy, like positive stuff going into the sandwich making process. And he just, Mom, it's just a sandwich, I'm just gonna eat it, gotta tell me not to think too much about it. Okay, so we're putting the mustard on the other side of the bread. You see, I didn't put that much mustard on there because I didn't want to overwhelm the sandwich with mustard, because if it's too much mustard, he won't eat it. And then I realized, this is where it went wrong. I was like, oh, well, let me switch it to the other side. Maybe that'll make a difference. I don't know why I thought in my head that moving the bread from the other one to the next sandwich would make a difference. And I was like, my back is really hurting. I'm doing a lot right now. So let me just sit down and regroup, because I need to just regroup. And I'm talking ahead of the video. I know, I'm sorry. And then Jax, we talked about it. We discussed what happened. So, and here we are getting another piece of bread, because I wasn't about to stress myself out about that part. Oh, man. Excuse me. Yeah, so I had to cut another slice of another dinosaur bread out because I put the mustard on the wrong side and it was not gonna lay right. Yeah. And so there we go. And we're gonna seal these sandwiches up. I didn't put any mustard on that other one because that was the one that had a lot of mustard on it. We're gonna seal them up, get a good seal on them to where they, like, it won't really come apart for him. And you might have to do this like twice because I double sealed it so it like doesn't mess up a little bit. But those are so cute, little brontosaurus sandwiches. That was exciting for me. Now we're gonna just get his grapes and his little silicone mold cup thing and get it in there. And we're gonna put it, got those from HEB pickup, so we didn't really get to pick out the grapes that we got. They just kind of picked them for us, which it wasn't a bad selection. It was only a few of them that were too soft that I had to throw out when we were cleaning them. And he wanted some goldfish, so I got the goldfish out. And this box will last him a while with the goldfish. We're getting extra cheddar, and I can see all the extra cheddar on them. Like, oh yeah, those are some good goldfish. They're gonna be tasty. And let's put them in there. And then he wanted some marshmallows. I gave him like 3 marshmallows, which is like an extra snack, I guess, like to motivate him to eat all his food. And then my phone died. So there's the finished product. We got goldfish, marshmallows, and the sandwiches, and the juice. There we go. The end.